Hi everyone, my name is Melissa van Dijk. Now in my last video I talked about how skin is a self-regulating organ and how the idea that everyone needs a daily skincare routine is not really based on how skin works, but on a system we live in. And I also want to talk about what I call need-based skincare, which means using skincare products only when there is a biological reason to use them, and not just because a routine tells you to do so. So today I want to take that a step further, because this is where a lot of daily skincare routines are actually coming from. And what I want to talk about is why skin feels like it constantly needs managing in the first place. And the key to understanding this is that the cause and the symptom gets mixed up. Now in modern life, the body is under kind of constant internal stress. Our diet is built around foods and drinks that irritate the gut, disrupt blood sugar, and increase inflammation. Stimulants like coffee and soft drinks, along with ultra-processed food and chronic stress, keep the nervous system in a stress state, and that pushes the immune system toward inflammation. So when the body is in that state, the skin is often one of the first places where it shows. That is because the skin is closely tied to everything that keeps the body in balance. Your immune system, your hormones, and your circulation. So it often shows stress before other parts of the body do. So when the system is under pressure, the skin reacts. Breakouts appear, redness appears, oiliness, dryness, and sensitivity start to show up. And that is where this whole thing starts. You see a breakout, so you conclude my skin is the problem. And instead of asking what the skin is reacting to, you are thought to manage it with skincare. So cleansers, toners, treatments and moisturizers get added. Whole routines get built around it. Some of those products suppress oil, bacteria and inflammation. So the skin looks better for a while, and that creates the belief this routine is necessary. But nothing about what caused the reaction has changed. The blood sugar swings are still there. The gut irritation, the inflammatory foods and the stress are still there. So the skin never really gets to stabilize. It just moves between being inflamed and being managed. This is where you can end up getting stuck. You are not doing need-based care. You are doing symptom-based care. You are not supporting what your skin needs. You are compensating for what your body is being exposed to. This is very similar to taking painkillers for bad posture or taking stomach acid medication for a diet that constantly irritates the stomach. The symptom quiets down, so the real cause never gets looked at. And coffee is just one example. This is not about saying coffee is always bad, but it is just a really good one that a lot of you can probably relate to. So coffee increases cortisol, it irritates the gut, it increases histamine and dehydrates, and it affects blood sugar. Any one of those can be enough to trigger skin reactions in a sensitive system. So when you remove coffee, your skin suddenly calms down. And what you often think is, wow, this product finally worked. But it was not the product, it was removing the trigger, which in this case was coffee. And when the trigger is gone, the skin goes back to what it is designed to do. That is what need-based care really means. You support the skin when it is under stress, and when the stress is gone, you let it regulate itself. So skin is self-regulating, but it cannot really do that when it is constantly being pushed from the inside. And as long as that connection is not being made, you keep buying products while the real cause stays in place. But once you understand this, you can finally start looking at what is actually triggering your skin problems. And in so many cases, it is not about skincare at all. It is about figuring out what your personal coffee is, the thing in your life that keeps stressing your system and then shows up on your skin. Because it is about your skin, your health and your pocket as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!